I want to thank you for stopping in and watching this video. My name is Anthony Richardson. I'm a minority-owned fire alarm security company here in New York City, licensed by New York State to install and maintain fire alarm and security systems. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set this our Wi-Fi PTZ camera up on your mobile phone. Take a walk with me to my office and let me show you how you can set this up. So now we're back at the office to set up this Wi-Fi Dahua PTZ camera up so we can get it configured, set up to your home network, your home Wi-Fi network. Then we're going to do another video so I can show you how to set this up on your phone so that way you can always have access to this camera. But before we get started, I wanted to show you my website where you go to www.secureitsecurities.com. Once you get to the website, click in this login button. And if you are already a member, you can just sign right in. Let me know your questions, concerns, difficulties you're having with your alarm system, your camera system, cameras keep dropping, cameras not working, your fire alarm system, anything. You can post your questions here. So if you're not a user, you can sign up to be a user right here. So let's get straight into the video. First thing you want to do is you want to disconnect the Wi-Fi at your home. Once you disconnect from the Wi-Fi, you want to go into your network settings because you want to change the network adapter because the default IP address for the camera is 192.168.1.108. So what I have to do is put my laptop on that same network scheme, and that network scheme would be, probably just pick any number like 25. So what you would do is go into your network properties, click on Ethernet, go into your properties. Now what we're doing is going into the properties of the NIC card. So you want to look for Internet Protocol version 4. You double click on that. You want to use the following IP address. Like I said, the camera is 192.168.1.108. So we need to be on that network scheme, any number from 2 all the way up to 250. So 192.168.1. I'm just going to use 25. Easy enough, and then I'm going to click OK. So now if you're on a Windows computer, Internet Explorer is the best web application to connect to these cameras. So what I'm going to do is hit the Windows button and start to type in Internet Explorer until it comes up. And I'm going to click on Internet Explorer. We're going to type in the default IP address 192.168.1.108 because we set our computer up to .25, so we'd be on the same scheme. So the region, I am in the United States. The language is English, and the video standard is NTSC for North America, Japan. This is more or less the frame rate, the recording frame rate for these IP cameras. And then there's another setting called PAL that's used around the other parts of the world. But for us, it's NTSC if you're in the United States. So we click next. We see the license agreement, software license agreement. Then we agree to it. We click next. I'm going to sync my PC for the time and date. I am on the East Coast, and I like to see month, date, year. Then we click next. So now we have to put a strong password in. Then we put our email address in. And if you have any questions, you could definitely email us about anything going on with fire alarm security, cameras, anything related to integrated security. Click next. Now it's going to initialize the device. The username is admin. Here is where you will scan the Q code. Then you will download the mobile app, the Dahua mobile app, so that way you can view this camera on your phone. I'm going to do another video to show you how we can set this up on your the application, show you how to download it, show you how to add the camera to the mobile application, and show you how to view it, pan, tilt, zoom, all that good stuff. So we click next. It's going to auto check for updates. If there's any updates, it's going to download it. So now the username is admin. The password is the password you put when you first register the camera. So I'm going to put that password in. The username is always going to be admin. So now we're into the camera. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to settings because it's going to ask you to download a plugin in order for you to view the camera. So we want to go to settings. We click on backlight. What we want to do is turn on a wide dynamic range, and we could adjust it down to about 35. Now what this is going to do is, when the camera is looking in a particular area, there's some dark spots, and maybe in the corners or in the far corners of the camera in which it's viewing. And what the wide dynamic range is it brightens up that whole particular area so it could see more of that dark spot. So the camera just popped up looking at my wall. So what we want to do now after we set the wide dynamic range up is we go to network. When we go to network, we go all the way down to Wi-Fi, and here is going to be searching for your Wi-Fi network. So what you want to do is connect it to your Wi-Fi network, or select whichever your Wi-Fi network is, and you put the password in. Then you connect. Now it's connected. So now I want to go to TCP/IP. After I do that, I want to set the default Ethernet card to wireless. So now after I set this to wireless, it's gonna reboot, disconnect, and now I'm able to disconnect the cable, put the camera in the location where I want to install it, run local power so that way I can power the camera up. Then you will go to your mobile app and set it up so that way you can get it configured to your phone. But if you're in here, before I click this to Wi-Fi, I don't want to disconnect. I want to show one more thing. So we can go over to where it says, let's close this down, where it says access platform. You want to go here and make sure it's enabled. Take your cell phone, scan this code. It's offline because I didn't select it to make it Wi-Fi. So what you do is you scan this code, make sure it's enabled, click save. Save is going to be successful. It's going to go online. But when I go back up to TCP/IP and make this wireless, save this as default, now I could disconnect my camera, which I'm disconnecting from my local computer to see that I'm not connected. There you go. I'm not connected. So now what I'm going to do is turn on put the internet back on. So now we're connected. I have two items that I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. So I'm on my home network now, and I opened up the Smart PSS. This is an application, like I said, that I use when I'm setting up larger networks. It brings all the cameras up, all the NVR. You can put this on a client machine so that way they could view multiple sites and have a video wall up on their computer. So what I have here, two things connected. One is the PC NVR, which is connected to my laptop that runs, assigns to the IP address. The next one is the camera. So the IP address, the new IP, I thought it was going to be one up, but it went higher. So the new IP address is 192.168.1.165. What we're going to do is go to Google Chrome and we're going to type in 192.168.1.165 over the Wi-Fi. And we put the password, which is admin, and that same password you use to ask you for a strong password in the beginning. So now we're connected to the camera. There's no playback settings, like I said, because you need a SD card in order to actually have anything recorded to some type of hard drive. So now inside the settings, like if you didn't get it to your phone yet, because we didn't get to that step, you gotta watch one more video, unfortunately. So you can come here, because you have it set up Wi-Fi, you installed it, it's already working, it's powered up. You will come back over to the network, access platform. Now you see that it's online. As long as it says it's online, you will always be able to connect to it remotely on your phone. You scan this code, Dahua app or download, follow the prompts, put the same username and password, you're all connected. So let's see if the camera is on. So now that the camera is on, I just want to do a little adjustment. So we could use some of the PTZ controls that you can see it moving. It just takes time to get from one point to the next, depending on your network settings. It may go fast, it may go slow. You see that this is switching off. So it's just sending a lot of information over the network. If it's connected to an NVR, then it's more, then the frame rates are more controlled. So we see that took place. So now we know that the camera works. We're good to go. Now you're very, very happy. You got the camera installed. And if you have any issues, you could always visit me on my website, securitysecurities.com. Click the login button. If you're already a member, you can sign right in and post your question. If you're not a user, please sign up, send me your question so we can help each other. If you want to get a direct link to me, then you click this connect button right here. My chat bot will help you. If the chat bot can't help you, then you transfer to me. I will help you. You can click my chat box to answer some of your frequently asked questions. If the chat box is not helpful, then you could switch to an operator. If I'm not busy or any one of my staff members are not busy, we'll be gladly to help you. But the best way to usually get with us is to join the secure community, post your questions, and we'll get back to you right away. Thank you for watching the video. That is how we set up the Dahua Wi-Fi PTZ camera up. Stay tuned to the next video so I can show you how to get it on your mobile phone.